field with our on-field hosts, Ridhima Pathak and Jared Walsh.
Thank you so much, Glenn Hawke. Ladies and gentlemen, the wait is over. Welcome to the historic MCG for this historic match, the ICC Women's T20 World Cup final on International Women's Day. India taking on Australia. In a few hours, we will see which one out of those two nations will be holding up the Women's World Cup trophy for 2020. Ridhima, welcome. How exciting is this?
I am so excited. This is going to be the classic finale of 2 weeks of intense action. I'm Ridhima Pathak alongside Jared Walsh, and we'll get you all the action from today's match as India takes on Australia in the finals of the ICC Women's T20 World Cup. Now, the defending champions, the Australian women, will look forward to defend their title, whereas the women in blue will look forward and seek their maiden T20 World Cup crown. Now, these two teams had to go 2 weeks of intense action battered across 10 teams, which were divided into two groups, Group A and Group B. Now, Group A was full of experience with 3 of the top 4 teams in the world fighting it out. It went down to the last game to seal the top 2, with Australia posting a 4-round win over New Zealand to claim the second spot. India have been the team to beat all tournament and went through undefeated to come into the final series as favourites.
It's fascinating, isn't it? This tournament finishes the way it started, and as we have a look at Group B, Ridhima, South Africa topped the list after a very competitive group stage. Their point from the washed-out match at the Showground saw them pip England to top spot, putting them against Australia in the semi-finals. We need to give an honourable mention to Thailand as well, claiming their first World Cup point in the process. They posted 150 in their final game against Pakistan. That unfortunately ended up being washed out. Definitely a highlight of mine during the group stage. They just love qualifying, but they didn't just make up the numbers, Ridhima.
Well, indeed. Well, after that, then came the semi-finals, and this saw us head to the Sydney Cricket Ground for what was a dramatic day of cricket. The rain settled in and saw match one abandoned between India and England, with India progressing to the final as the highest ranked team from the group stages. Our prayers were answered before game 2, because then we had Australia come and join us in the finals.
This was absolutely unbelievable. Australia posted 134 off their 20 overs with critical bowling from Nadine de Klerk, keeping the hosts under pressure all innings. Then came Meg Lanning, who ended with 49 off as many deliveries and gave Australia something to defend, especially with the rain coming back down, and South Africa required 98 off 13 overs. It was such a close one, especially with the rain expected to hit any second. Incredible bowling from Megan Shute, some desperate fielding from the Australian side, and that brings us to today.
Indeed, we've come down to today, Jared. That was a fantastic recap, let me tell you that. But today is when India will take on Australia in the finals, and someone will be the champion.
It is so exciting, isn't it? Look, we're standing in the middle of the MCG. It's a pinch yourself moment alongside thousands of others who are going to be here on International Women's Day. As we say, an official welcome to Neve Owens, who is out in the crowd.